Okay, so I know one of the biggest discussed issues right now are tattoos and piercings. In my opinion, I don't think tattoos and piercings are bad if you get them in the right location and an employer won't be able to see them because that's my biggest worry. But to be honest, I have a few piercings and a tattoo of my own. So I'm just going to give you some advice on how to take care of them and like location. So right now I have size 10 gauges. You can't really see them because they're really little. I have a double loop or lobe, I'm sorry, and then I have a cartilage. I used to have two cartilages, but the other one got messed up when I went to a hairdresser and she actually yanked on it. So that's something you want to consider when you get one to be careful with. Now on this ear, I have the same thing except no cartilage, but I do have my tragus pierced, which is like the little lobe right there. Okay, with the cartilage ones, I went and got those done at Claire's, which isn't the best idea because they use guns, which can internally damage your cartilage and it can shatter, which leaves really bad scar tissue and it's really painful. But I haven't had a problem with them. These are actually the same earrings that I got pierced with, and it works perfectly fine. And then with my lobes, I got those done at Claire's as well, my second hole, and those work as well. They work fine too, but I personally think my lobes hurt worse than my cartilage. And that's just some advice for people who are thinking about getting their cartilage done but isn't sure. Now my gauges, I originally had pierced with the normal size, and then I started gauging them on my own. I don't skip a size, so I've been through 16, 14, 12, and 10, and if you don't know, the smaller the number, the bigger the hole. And I do that on my own. You never want to skip a size because that can cause your ears to bleed. Since I've been gauging my ears, I haven't had them bleed once. They just smell really bad. Now with my tragus, I got that done at a piercing shop, and that was $24. And the earring they actually pierced me with, which I believe was sterling silver, had caused it to get infected. Now that one took about a year to heal, and it did hurt, I'm not gonna lie, but what hurt the most wasn't the actual piercing, it was putting the earring in. And that's because the needle they pierce you with is smaller than the earring, so they're actually gauging your hole. I went and got this earring, if you live in Columbus, at Tropical Trends in Gahanna. I paid $5.50 for it, and since then, since I've changed it out of the original one, it's been working perfectly fine. Now all my earrings are accepted by my employers, so I don't have a problem with that, but I did have my nose pierced. With my nose, I had actually gotten infected really bad and I had to take it out because I got a blood bubble from it. I think I was allergic to the earring that they pierced me with, so that's something you want to consider as well. Maybe letting your piercer know what you're allergic to and what works and what doesn't work. Now my tattoo, I actually have one on my hip. It's a butterfly. Now with tattoos, you want to make sure you get those somewhere that you can't see, like a judge or an employer. My manager always tells me the rule of thumb is never to get something that a judge can see, which is actually your elbow down. You want to make sure you don't have anything on your neck or your ear, behind your ears, your face, none of that, because employers don't really like that, and it can look bad and they may make you get it removed. And to get it removed, that actually hurts more than to actually get the tattoo. Now my tattoo didn't hurt at all. Even on the bone on my hip, that didn't hurt. It actually kind of tickled and I laughed. When you get that done though, be sure to just breathe and don't tense up, because when you tense up, that tends to make it hurt more. For me, it was the outline that hurt because it was one needle versus the color, which is 6 needles going at once, and you can't really feel that at all. The guy who did mine was really nice. So when you go to get a tattoo or a piercing, please, 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 please be sure that they clean all the utensils right in front of you, because you don't want to get something and you don't want to have to go through that worry. With piercings, I actually want to get more. I'm debating right now between an industrial bar, an earlobe, an ear head, or my belly button, but I can't really decide yet, and I want to get more tattoos. Tattoos don't hurt. They don't. I mean, it might hurt on your ribs or your spine. That's kind of obvious that that's going to hurt, but they really don't hurt that bad as long as you prepare for it. I mean, don't psych yourself out. That always makes it worse than what it really is. So if you have any questions on any of the information I just gave you, just inbox me. Thanks for watching.